Hi, my name is Eleanor Agosta. I'm an MD PhD student at the Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, and I received the Predoctoral Fellowship in Translational Medicine. So my scientist origin story started when I was in high school, and I started to become interested in biomedical research and also in becoming a medical doctor. And even when I started college, I thought that I had to choose between both of those paths, getting a PhD or getting an MD. And that was until I worked with a physician scientist who is a doctor that also runs a research lab. So I was able to work in her lab and also go with her on patient visits. And I could really see how she used her research to inform her patient care and vice versa. And then I knew that that path was for me. So in my research, we study the human papillomavirus, or HPV, which is a virus that can lead to cancers like cervical cancer and head and neck cancer. And a key step in the cancer-causing process is that the viral DNA can actually integrate into the human genome. In tumors, this integrated virus DNA is found in 1 of 5 locations in about 20% of cases. My lab studies one of these locations called the TP63 gene, and this is a gene that's a regulator of the skin cells that HPV infects. At the beginning of my project, I used an online tumor database to look into the forms of TP63 called isoforms that are more expressed in patient tumors versus healthy tissues. And we hypothesized that the isoforms that are more expressed in tumor tissues could be contributing to cancer formation. So in my project now, I'm using advanced microscopy techniques to investigate the TP63 isoforms that exist in the tumor samples that we have in the lab. And then I'm also using cell culture models to experimentally test the effects of changes to the TP63 expression. The goal of my research is to help address an urgent need for improved molecular markers to identify precancerous lesions that are most likely to advance to cancer. So my work could lead to a potential biomarker for cervical cancer progression. Funding young scientists is so important, especially now when the value of scientific research is being questioned in a very public way. The Foundation Award is a much-needed vote of confidence that the work that I'm doing as a young scientist is valuable. A major turning point for me in my PhD training was a little under a year into my first project when my mentor moved to another institution and I decided to stay at Rutgers and find a new lab and a new project. But fortunately, this change in projects actually led to my current interest in cancer genomics. And I'm so grateful to my current mentor for taking me on very quickly. And actually the other PIs that I met with and some that I rotated with became informal mentors for me and also members of my committee. So it was very difficult, but it was a great lesson in resilience and ended up with me finding a field that I'm very passionate about. As an MD PhD student, I get to work with patients even as a grad student. So I'm very involved with the student clinic at my school, which is called the Promise Clinic, and we provide primary care to uninsured patients in our city. Also, our clinic has a continuity care model, meaning that I've worked with the same individual patient for the last 6 years. I really look forward to days, even after a long day in lab, when I get to go to clinic and take care of my patient. Working with the other students to provide care for our patients reminds me why the research we do is so important, because every drug that my patient takes that keeps him healthy started in a research lab like mine. So in my future career, I want to use both my MD and my PhD to be a research physician who both runs a lab and sees patients. I'm really excited to leverage both parts of my training to do truly translational work. And I aspire to the model that I observed as a student working in the lab of a research physician, where my research informs the way that I treat patients, and then the clinical work can inform the direction of my research.